Welcome to episode 4 of the Shadow and Echo Portable Podcast, keeping it light with the homies. This episode, I got my bro homie Eduard in the house. Bring it in.
Let's try that again.
There you go, we got it. I don't know if we could see the whole picture here. Let's lean backwards.
Oh, you need the backwards, extendy chair.
I got it. I got one.
Chair.
Okay, let me just plug you right in. Micro USB. Comment down below what you charge your phone with, what type of wire. I know it's such an important issue nowadays. There's global warming and then there's the USB-C uprising. What do you care about? I don't care about either personally.
Global warming doesn't exist. Oh wait, I can't look at the topics.
Can't look at the topics. Can't look at them.
Close my eyes.
Honestly, I'm gonna bring all of them up anyway. So, let me give you guys a little bit of backstory. Eduard here has been my day one broski since back in grade uno.
Rockford
Elementary
it
school.
Rocked.
Public school. It was honestly the shittiest school
Yeah,
ever.
no, it was awful.
It was like in the
Very
middle of the
sketchy.
ghetto, and our principal wanted to whoop everybody's ass on a daily basis.
Bill's character, though. You know how it
Remember
is.
Mrs. Beaton? She
Mrs.
literally
Mrs.
had
Beaton.
beat in her name. And she had like a little skinny white, like, what are they called? Not supply principals. Vice principals.
Supply principals. In case the normal
Oh,
principal
no.
isn't not there.
Well, yeah, that's basically what they do. They're like supply teachers, but for principals.
What's the point of like a vice principal if the principal always shows up then?
Maybe that's why they keep getting replaced, because Miss Beaton doesn't skip a beat.
Never skip beat day.
Gotta eat the beats.
I don't know how you remember this still. I don't remember anything from Rockford.
Yeah, like
anything important.
In Rockford, Miss Beaton would like swap out VPs every year, or like every half a year. She'd have a new guy in the office every month. Like every day, there'd be somebody that come in.
I feel bad. Like you're getting kicked out of your job because Miss Beaton doesn't like you.
Oh my god, I remember one time we had like this Beatles day. It was like a concert, but it was all Beatles themed, and everybody was playing Beatles. And I remember it was like really late, and like people didn't really care for it too much. So like the parents showed up, and as soon as their kid performed, they're like, "Okay, we're dipping. we gotta skip town for a couple days. This has been awful." And then she literally made a public announcement the next day, being like, "Yo, that was very disrespectful and rude." She called out all the parents. She was so confrontational, and oh my god, it was great.
You remember doing the High School Musical, like, we're all in this together?
I hated that. I was like the one kid that didn't like High School Musical.
I never watched High School Musical.
Me neither. Outcast gang. But yeah, I remember one time I got sent to the principal's office, and that was the one time where I got sent to the principal's office.
I was already a bad boy since day one.
It was grade 2, so yeah, it was like day 2.
What did you do?
Okay, so I remember this was in the middle of the winter, and I remember we were having like snowball fights.
Okay.
And snowball fights weren't banned at this time.
This was a better time, you know?
Yeah. So we could like beat the shit up out of everybody, and mostly it was me that got the beatings.
Miss Beaton.
So I remember I got a snowball that had like a big chunk of ice lodged right into my eye. Right, and I had a big black eye. It's the only time I've ever had a black eye, and I thought it was like pretty cool. Like, to be honest, I was like,
heard you like bad boys, like,
you know, little second grader me being like,
walks back.
I'm a bad boy. Look at this shit.
So you got hit. You got hit in the eye.
Yeah.
And then what happened?
And then I think it was the wrong guy. Like, I think I beat up not even the guy that threw the snowball.
You started wailing on somebody.
Yeah, I remember it was either Jonathan or Elshan.
I know both of those people. Like, I remember
Jonathan?
Jonathan, like, the name seems familiar from those days.
He was like, I remember we'd like sit in grade 2 and he'd just like fart and he'd be like, this is a good way to keep people away. I'd be like,
shows who your real friends are, you know? The real
I'm
homies.
friends with you. Like, out of all the people in this grade, with you.
Jonathan, if you're listening to
I guess so. Hey, Jonathan, you're a real one. That
calling you out.
Always keeping it real, though. Like, not gonna lie.
Never hides the farts. If you hide farts from the person,
you're just faking it. You're just fake.
You're not the real you.
That's true. That's true. You gotta be the most authentic self, and Jonathan was that. So I don't know if.
So you ended up beating up
Jonathan. Yeah. So there's something he didn't even do, but basically we started scrapping. Like the recess bell rang, and it was a bell, and you know now it's like a ringtone.
Yeah, it's just like
so weird. I don't understand it. Like I'm like walking outside and I hear like the bell ringing, and I'm just like, oh, is my phone going off? Like, what is this? I thought I kept it silent. Hello? Who this?
Okay, so you get sent to the office.
No. This was before we got sent to the office. So we were like in a lineup, and I was just like, yo, you trying to scrap, homie? You trying to scrap? So then, as we were all piling in, and there was one hallway that you could enter into the school. Okay, to be fair, there were two, but like half the school went into one, half the school went into the other. And as there was just a massive like World War Z pileup running down the hall from recess.
Like kids are like.
Yeah, we're just like as we were running down, we just like get on the floor, we like start toppling on top of each other, and I end up like biting this guy's elbow, like this part right here.
Ouch.
Yeah.
That's the weenus, you know?
Yeah, I bit the guy's weenus. And we got sent out to the office, and he's just like, yeah. And like we were like.
So you bit it on purpose?
Yes.
Because you thought he threw the snowball?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure he didn't though.
Damn, like back in grade 2, like I'd forget. Like, oh, that happened in recess, that was like 10 minutes ago, I don't care anymore.
No, but like I still had the black eye as a reminder,
that's true,
so I was like, oh shit. Okay, so we go to the principal's office, and right as we're before, we have like this little moment to ourselves. We're like, okay, what's gonna happen?
We're gonna be a bunch of homies.
And he's just like, yo man, you almost like bit my elbow off. Like I could have like died because of this shit, man.
My weenus list, like.
Yeah, I'm like, bro, I have a demented weenus too, and I was like 7 years old. I fell like right off a bike. And it was just like in the hot sun, just all exposed. Now I call it dinosaur skin. Let me see if you see that. No, there's too much light. Yeah, you could kind of see it. It's like on this side. Yeah. Anyway, it's like a big scar. So I'm pretty sure he has the same thing now.
Good. Spreading like the curse of dinosaur skin.
Yeah, that was and like when we got to the office, we both started bawling our eyes out. Basically, Miss Beaton, she took a chill. She didn't beat us up. Nothing of the sort. She's actually like a very understanding lady.
You're gonna get Miss Beaton arrested from this.
She's just like, go back to your class. It better not happen again. We're like,
no, it's because if she beats people, then it's like physical harm is fine, you know.
I mean, yeah, I guess. So our upbringing. That's our first topic.
Okay.
We both Ruski boys.
Russian parents.
Russian parents are strict. Yours are more so strict than mine, I think. Yeah, I get away with a lot of stuff.
You know, it's just not like I don't have to strive. I don't have to be anywhere, so I don't have to like sneak out or anything. We have like a alarm on our door.
Oh.
So anybody coming in and out, you hear them.
Damn, I snuck out of my house 3 times. Got caught 2 of those times. One time it was just like to go out into the park and just like stay up all night, just smoking weed and stuff. And then we went to a different park where there was like a little spinny thing, and we brought it.
Is that the one where you had to like?
Yeah, you have to hold on, and it just spins you, right? Mm-hmm. And I don't know where we found it, but we got a rope, so we would we would get the person to stand up and grab onto it. We would tie around them with the rope, and then one person holds on, the other person grabs the other end of the rope and runs in the opposite direction as they spin out. This was the middle of the night. Everybody was really fucking like gone.
That sounds dangerous.
I was the only person that had the mind to not
like,
do
nah,
that. I was like, no thanks.
That.
I'm not down for it. Like, I'm down. I'm usually the first one to be on all the roller coasters and the spinny thingies, but
you assess the situation.
I was like, yeah, no thanks. This is intense.
But the Ruski upbringing was like pretty chill, because Russian like parents like each other a lot. So like,
Yeah, but they don't like any other type of parents.
yeah. So like
that's a fact.
grandmas were like chill, but when grandma sees anybody who's not Russian, she's like, be careful around them.
Yeah.
Even if it's not the grandma, a fellow grandma.
Yeah, so that's why we became friends in like grade 1, dude. So, because our parents found out about each other. And then we were in the
They were
same
picking
class.
us up
And
from
we were
like
just
school.
like, oh, lit. They're like, oh, they're gonna be friends forever now?
We gotta stick together, you know,
Gotta stick
like keep
together.
the bloodline alive.
I know, but we were from like Bathurst and Steeles area. You were like in the middle of Bathurst and Steeles. You were like right in the center point of it.
Yeah.
I was like a little bit off to the side on like an abandoned street.
You were like near Antibes.
Yeah, I was literally living beside a funeral home.
I never knew there was. Oh wait, the one that's like if you keep going.
Yeah, there's a graveyard
yeah.
literally right beside my apartment building, the one that I lived in for like
You get a nice
3
view in
years.
the morning. You're like,
Yeah, I'm just like,
that'll be me one day.
I'm looking down at all the dead people. I'm just like, hey, view's a lot better from up here, don't you say?
6 feet under.
When did you move to Canada?
5.
5?
Yeah.
Me too. Where'd you move from?
Israel.
Israel. You ever plan on moving back?
No.
Have you visited?
I haven't been back since.
Really?
I don't know. It just never really been a thing for us.
I'm from Mariupol, but I've gone down a couple times, you know, before the war started.
I know there's something called like a birthright trip
Mm-hmm.
for Jewish people, and I had a friend go there. It was like, I guess, chill. It's kind of free. It's like just to make you like Israel. But I'd rather, like, if I am gonna go on it, I'd rather go with people I know, because it's really like chill. Like, you don't really have to do anything specific, and you just like hang out with people for like 10 days. But we'll see. Maybe when I'll be like 30 years old, I'll be like, let's get around to that birthright trip, eh?
That sounds pretty lit. So, like, where exactly do you go for the birthright trip?
I don't know. Just not exactly sure. Maybe Jerusalem.
I thought that'd be like more of a Catholic thing. Because I remember I had like a Catholic teacher that went to Jerusalem, and she's just like raving about it for days. She's like, this is the best thing ever.
No, but you have to like stay in a hostel or like a hotel, but like
A hostile area.
Like, I don't know what
Enemy war zone for 10 days. It's your birthright.
it's like a hotel, but it's like way worse, but it's cheaper.
Oh my god, can you imagine trying to go for like a birthright trip, but you're actually getting recruited? Yikes. Hey, ISIS, take notes.
Like,
oh god.
no, but it's like one room. It's like your room, but 5 people are like sleeping in it. So that's why I guess it's free. But
Yeah.
I guess you get to become homies with some people.
That's cool. I
But-
mean, I don't have anything like that with my religion, which is, you know, atheist.
Not really.
I wasn't born into atheism, though. I don't think Christian Orthodox have anything birthright. Their birthright is getting baptized, like, on the spot. And the thing that you learn in Catholic school when you compare the two religions is that you get baptized and confirmed at the same time when you're like Christian Orthodox. But when you're just Christian, like Catholic, you get baptized when you're like in grade 2 or 3 maybe. And then confirmed when you're like in grade 8.
What does it
And then
mean
you get
to
like
be,
a
like-
choice to do it. When you're
is it?
Christian Orthodox, 6 months in, you get dipped in the tub. Everybody's crying. It's a good time.
Like-
Yeah, it's a good time. If you want to hear my song about it, Atheist, on SoundCloud, drop it.
Check it out over here.
Yeah.
It's kind of hot in here, right?
Yeah, I cracked the window, I'm pretty sure.
Crack open another one. A cold one.
Oh, it's actually not cracked open. Oh, because it was a rainstorm yesterday, that's why.
Was it? I kind of slept through that. I know it was starting to rain like later at night, around 10 p.m.
Yeah. I got caught in that.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I was hanging out outside.
Sounds like a bad time.
It wasn't. I actually like the rain in some cases. Okay, so our upbringing was pretty good. We didn't have any traumatic experiences, not me at least.
I didn't have anything either. It's better than like the people that are like born and then traumatized and then they're like dead inside.
Yeah, that's like all my friends other than like us two and like Leon.
Good parents.
Like
good upbringing.
I realized that Russian people, they're a lot more hesitant to get divorced and they're like more considerate to the kids. They're just like, let's not fuck them up at a young age. Let's not do that. Which is good.
I mean, I guess like maybe that's an immigrant thing too. You don't want to do that.
Is, yeah.
Especially since like you're generation zero in Canada. You don't have anywhere to really go.
I mean, yeah, we got... Did you ever get like called out for being an immigrant?
Not really. Like, I'm white, so...
I mean, I'm
really
white too, but I think I got called out more than you. I don't know why. Like, especially when I went to a Catholic school. Maybe I just didn't mind. They're just like looking for the most superior Italian blood there. And I'm just like, yeah. Like,
public schools, like, every public school I went to...
Back in, like, where our ancestors are from, I'm like a 2-hour drive away from you guys. Like, not that big of a deal.
It's like... My like public schools are just very diverse, I guess.
Yeah.
So nobody really worried about that.
Yeah, I'm honestly really happy with the diversity here in Canada. It's looking good. I like diversity.
Yes, Canada.
Yes,
living in a
cultural
diverse...
mosaic.
It's not trying to melt a melting pot everybody.
It's not. Yeah, I know. Like nobody wants to. I think most people roast like the Canadian lifestyle who are like born here, like all the immigrants.
What?
Yeah, you know, they're just like, oh, these Canadians, these simpletons. You ever get that?
No, I never got like.
It's like more. Of...
I've only heard good things like, hey, maple syrup, polite. You know how it is.
Well, yeah. I mean, I don't know. Some people are more racist than
others. There's a lot of racist people everywhere.
Yeah, so like even immigrants that come to this country, they could still be racist towards this country. That's a real thing. That does happen. Pray for these white people. God, the little hickory sticks uptown. They must be happy.
the people in, okay, I know what you're talking about.
A lot of my friends moved uptown, like up to Barrie and shit, and like
Aurora.
Keswick. That's where like all the whitest crackheads reside.
Just like they live in trailers. See that there it goes. Like,
yeah, right away.
Sorry.
You can't control it. It's just the truth. It's trailer parks and igloos. That's all there is.
Polar bears once in a while, you know.
Sometimes we get a penguin like confusedly walking in. Guys.
Where's my child? You ever watch Happy Feet?
Yes.
Yeah, it's like gonna be like Happy Feet.
That's like a traumatizing film. It's like how penguins lose their freedom.
Yeah.
God.
My brother likes it because the tap dancing and my brother tap dance. He's like favorite movie right there and then.
I don't know. I was like, what's the most emotional film? Like,
Happy
12 Years a Slave or Happy Feet?
You know what it is.
I don't know. I've actually never watched 12 Years a Slave.
Neither did I. I try to avoid the scary, sad movies, but I know it's good to watch.
It's good to learn about the culture from the perspective of the people that are involved.
Yeah, just to know history doesn't repeat itself.
Yeah. Did you know that the term cracker is actually not meant to offend white people at all? Like you know how you have like the N-word and then like for white people the alternative's cracker? Apparently, where that term originated from was actually the exact same place, which is the crack of the whip. Yeah.
Yikes.
So if you're calling somebody a cracker, you're not doing yourself a favor.
How about we don't call anybody any bad names?
Yeah, like...
Let's just try that out for once.
Some people might be like, oh, black people are calling themselves a word. We have our own word. It's not a good word to use.
Yeah, don't call yourself that.
No, that's not
nice.
That's, like, even though you're calling yourself that, that's still, like, a very racist thing, technically. Okay. What's your favorite school experience?
Like, does it have to...
Go from slavery to school.
Like, does it have to be, like, elementary school?
No. Could be any. It could be right now.
University was nice, but, like, I want to feel nostalgic, so... remember how back in Pleasant, we were, like, trying to do all these, like... We tried to do, like, a school dance and everything. or something. Do you remember we tried to make a dance group?
A dance group. Oh, I'm trying to remember. I think so.
Just like in general, Pleasant seemed pretty cool.
It was.
I
It was
I
such a
left
good
too
school.
soon.
Yeah, you did. Sure. You left like 1 year early.
Yeah,
But still too soon.
it's too soon.
Oh my god. Do you remember that sweetheart? What's her name? Did you ever meet Madame Raven? She was in grade 4. She was teaching me French. I don't know if you ever met her.
I don't remember. I just remember back in Pleasant you had like a split between like you have a half French day and half English.
Yeah.
So.
Oh my god. So I had first half of my day was French, and I was actually like not bad at French. Because like later on, when I moved on past the program, I just like zipped through 3 years of French, like no problem. Then I had an English portion to the day, and in grade 4 I had this teacher named Mr. Mammon, and he would always call me Mr. Corzon, and this guy was wild. Like he would try to be chill, but sometimes he'd like jump up on a desk and like he'd be like, "I'm a tiger," like. Yeah, we were all really worried for him. But I think he was a cool guy.
Did you guys have like a read along where you read Holes?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, of course. And then Bridge to Terabithia. Oh my god, that made me cry.
I never read that.
Well, I watched the movie.
This movie.
Yeah, there is a movie. It makes me cry.
Shed a tear.
It's sad.
Get a cry.
Yeah. One of my favorite. So you like the dancing that happened at school?
No, not really. I was just thinking.
What's your favorite experience?
I was thinking of something random. I don't know. I don't know. Just like Rockford was really like. Oh, do you remember how we had like a not a dance party? It was just like they dimmed the lights in the gym.
Yeah.
And then like they were playing the like. Somebody called 911.
Oh, I remember.
That was like grade 2.
I remember they had their own like rap group. They were called the B-Boys, that like performed there all the time.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't remember. Maybe
and they would always do covers of Black Eyed Peas.
Oh, Black Eyed Peas used to be like the shit.
Yeah.
I mean, there's still something, but now they're like rap. It's not like bar mitzvah music. Mazel tov.
Mazel tov. Yeah, good times. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I remember when we used to play like REDA Whip and Johnny Whip and Bump. Does that ring a bell?
Maybe Johnny Whip, but I don't know from what.
That's like where you get a tennis ball and you like whip people as they try to run to
Red 8. Okay, yeah, okay, that was sick. Yeah,
and then Bump is when you have 2 basketballs and you're trying to get it in twice in a row to
that's
eliminate
just like
everyone
a
else.
classic.
I know. I play that with my friends still.
Sorry,
like,
I thought you were talking
nostalgia.
about like music. Like Johnny Whip sounds like a country like singer.
Johnny Whip, Johnny Whip, Johnny.
Yeah.
You remember that?
Yeah, I was a big fan of Red 8.
Me too. And dodgeball. Oh, I was dodgeball
When I went to high school, like there were tryhards in high school, like grade 7 and 8, middle school. Like there were tryhards in dodgeball. They would like whip that.
I was a dodgeball tryhard throughout like my whole life.
I was just like catch them.
Yeah, but then in grade 9, 10, I was a music kid, which meant I was an art kid, which meant that I didn't have normal gym. I had to split half my semester with gym and half with religion, because art kids don't really care about those two things as a stereotype. And I had to get put into a co-ed class. So there are some benefits to that. If you don't know what a co-ed class is, it's when they have girls and guys in the same gym class in high school.
You want to hear a funny story about grade 9 gym?
Yeah.
Ours was not co-ed.
Mm-hmm.
So we had a boys' side and a girls' side, and you know how you always have like the health unit where you talk about all the sex stuff.
Yeah.
Ours was fine. Ours was chill. Like our teacher was funny, and he's like, "Yeah, I know about you boys. I used to be a boy back in my day."
He used to be a boy. Transgender phys ed teacher.
But the girls, they had obviously a girl teacher, and that woman went on maternity leave. So they didn't have anybody for the health unit, so they had to have a substitute. And the substitute was this old guy. So I see them in the locked room, and the guy's like having the PowerPoints, and the girl's just sitting there like, why? Imagine just like an old man as the girl teaching you about PP and vagina,
PP and vagina.
bobs and vagina.
Oh man. So
Yeah.
that was your best time in high school. Okay.
Just having to
Got
witness
that
that.
Did you win any awards at the end of high school?
I was like 1% off from the computer science award. And that's because I decided to challenge myself and do like a harder project. And I ended up dropping 1% because of that. No, I just got like the normal like Ontario Scholar Award and stuff like that. Like,
That's cool.
just goes to show, don't challenge yourself. Just,
Yeah, no, just keep
do
it
the
light.
bare minimum to get the highest mark.
Yeah. That's what everybody's saying now. But that's what I did in grade 12 basically. I just did the bare minimum.
Yeah, I was too ambitious.
No, but I remember in grade 11 I got psychology award with this other guy. We had to split it, and then we were in the same class next year but for philosophy, and we were both going neck to neck to get that award, and we were both at the top of the class, and then the last week they're like, oh yeah, by the way, this random Asian chick won it, and we were both just like
excuse.
where was she when we were like,
I don't even recall there being
competing?
like a psychology course in my school. Like there was philosophy, but I'm not sure about psychology.
oh, psychology was SAP, so it was sociology, anthropology,
Yeah,
and
I think there was
psychology.
that though.
Yeah.
Feels bad.
But like, I only care about the psychology aspect, to be real. And sociology. I'm taking sociology. I took it last year in university. I'm taking it this year too. So that's gonna be
Pretty litty.
difficult. Honestly, most of my courses are just communication, so it's honestly probably the most challenging stuff. Okay, do you have any easy life hacks you'd like to share, or like keep secret? Just whisper them in my ear.
I'll share. Kind of like if you need to wake up for some time, like specifically, let's say you gotta wake up at 7 a.m. Think very hard about it before you go to sleep.
That's what I do.
And what happens is that you wake up like 2 minutes before your alarm.
That's exactly what happens to me.
Okay.
I think in that you just need to have like
the mindset, and your body automatically like wakes you up for it.
you have to have a good internal alarm clock though.
Mm-hmm.
And you get a good internal alarm clock by having good night's rest, being properly hydrated and fed so that your body's functioning properly. And if your
Don't
body's
skip
functioning
breakfast.
properly, I didn't skip it. I had it with you. It was fine.
At like 1 p.m. like
That's when I have breakfast every day.
it's all good.
For me, it's like as long as I wake up at some point, it's fine.
Mm-hmm. Never wakes up. Like, yeah, it happens sometimes.
But yeah.
I guess another
Yeah,
life hack.
so your internal,
Yeah, just like make sure that
I think it's called a circadian rhythm.
I have no idea. Like it just works. It just works.
And then you have to make sure that your third eye, also known as your pineal gland, has enough. What's that word? Wait, and I got it. Hold on.
Oxygen.
No, not oxygen.
Keep your
That's for your lungs. It's not metabolism. It starts with an M.
mitochondria.
No, it's not the powerhouse of the cell.
Cell,
over
like
here. No, it's
I don't know, man.
what when you take sleeping pills, what do they give you?
Meth. I don't know. I never really
That's
had
the wrong type of pills you're taking there, buddy.
I never really had like sleeping issues.
Me neither.
I just kind of like get tired or stay up kind of late and then get tired.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, life hack. If you guys want a good like ASMR how to sleep episode, because I'm clearly the expert in that.
Hey guys.
I've been wanting to make one for a really long time. So just give me the motivation to do so.
If we hit 2 likes.
If we hit 2 likes on this video, ASMR how to sleep.
It'd be like that, you know? Like,
Anything else?
don't be too ambitious. We touched on that about the words.
Yeah, a lot of it, like, people regret ambition a lot of the time.
Be ambitious on your own volition. Don't put like marks or like your job on the line.
Bars.
Unless like you're very
Being
very
ambitious on
like
your own volition.
you have a good backup. So like, don't decide to start your own business when you have like a good 9 to 5, unless you have like the resources.
$5,000 saved up. That's the money
yeah.
needed at this time to start up a business.
You have the money saved up.
Yeah.
Definitely, like, entrepreneurship works. You just have to have a plan, and like, it's very rare where you can just like.
You need to have a plan, and you need to know rich people. That's it.
Gotta have connections.
Know rich people or be a rich person, and then you can get it started like this.
Make connections. That's also a good life hack. So like,
sometimes people are willing to throw money at you. That's possible.
Or like they can hook you up with like a job.
Yeah.
Or just like in any organization, maybe you want to like apply for a not a loan, but like something else. Just like
anything. You can get loans now. It's easier than it was before.
Just having somebody to vouch for you, or like somebody that you can fall back to when you need like help.
Don't fall into debt.
Don't fall.
Don't do it. It's not worth it.
OSAP.
It's not. Yeah, we both did it, but it's not worth it.
Be like that.
I mean, for you, it's worth it. You're gonna come out with it.
I hope so.
Computer science stuff.
I just need the connections.
Speaking of computer science, wait, is it computer science or computer engineering?
Computer science.
Okay.
But I'm going to software development, which is like software engineering and software development are more or less the same thing in America. So
you're gonna make the next Undertale. Nice.
That's game development.
Well, I mean, games are software, are they not?
Yeah, but there's like so many small like game development like
teams.
Knowledge, no, not teams. Like you have to have like not ideas. Like you have to know how to make a game and how to structure it and how to do a bunch of things. It's different to software because there's different systems.
What do you do in software?
Make like anything that you could use. So like for banks, like you can make a system that keeps your checks or like your payments in order by dates.
So like tracker apps, is that where you're at right now?
Tracker apps?
Tracker apps.
Oh, tracker apps?
Yeah,
like,
stuff that just like, tracks your performance, looks pretty on your phone.
Yeah, no, like that's mobile. There's so much like software development. Like game development is software development, but like if you're gonna specialize in game development, like you're gonna know way more than a software developer when it comes to making actual games, like actually like integrating the online components, making like it readable, so if anybody needs to fix it, like you could do it.
True. All right, cool.
Software, like anything, like your audio software, in like hospitals, like setting up like a system to keep track of patients.
What about like security software? Or is that like
that's cyber security? That's also specialization in Queens.
That's cool.
But cybersecurity is a little bit more like you're worried about not making the software or developing
perfecting it, right?
Perfecting it and making sure it's secure and safe, and if anything does happen, you could like shut down. Yeah, like just pull the plug. Like that's a bit of security for you.
Okay. So you're at Queens right now, as you said earlier.
Yes.
And you're living on campus.
First year I lived on campus. Second year I'm gonna be living off campus.
Okay, so how's the campus life?
Campus life I would recommend if you're going to like, I guess like any school that's not a commuter school, because I know Ryerson is very commuter.
Yeah, I'm a commuter and it sucks. I don't like commuting.
I guess like Queens, Laurier, Waterloo is also like a pretty big res school. Definitely go for it. Usually the first year, like they really like ask you to stay on res. Go for it. You'll make like a lot of friends and a lot of like I said,
that's
connections.
Where the party stuff happens. It's always on res.
Yes, but I will not say anything because we are good students. We are good students that we never ever put partying first. Always studies. But yeah, res is like a great experience. Like I would do it again, but res is very expensive because most schools will ask or like make you have a mandatory meal plan so you don't starve.
It's like, no, I don't want it. I want to starve to death.
There's like 3 meals a day, right? And you have 7 days a week, so you
think 2
think
meals a day.
Two meals. That's 21 meals, or in your case 14 meals. They make you buy 19. At first I thought, oh, that's not going to be enough. I eat 3 meals, and then I ended up eating, like, barely anything.
Yikes.
So, yeah.
Well, did it help you lose weight?
No, I gained a lot of weight.
Yeah, most people say, like, freshman 15. Is that a
It's
thing?
because at the end I was like, oh, I need to maximize my meals, so I just tried. Even if I wasn't really hungry, I'd go for a meal, breakfast, lunch, dinner.
Nice. Yeah, no, I just recently went broke, so that's an automatic way to lose weight for you guys.
No,
looking for tips.
I've come back here, and it's like going back from res food to like home cooked meals is amazing, and it's a lot more healthier too. So
Yeah, home cooked meals in these Russian families is spectacular. Like all my friends be coming over and they're just like, "Yo,
you
what
eat
is this?"
every day? What?
They're like, "What is that?" They're like used to like having grilled cheese
yeah,
for
like
dinner.
craft
I'm just
dinner.
like, what do you mean you don't have borscht?
Borscht?
You know what that is?
Oh, I want some. I'm gonna request some borscht.
We have some like.
No, I prefer like warm borscht. Like usually over the summer, everybody makes like the cold one, but I'm not
No.
a fan of it.
No, we don't. We always
that's
have the
good.
warm
Okay,
one.
maybe I'll try some on me.
Okay.
These heat.
It's funny how like when we were talking about like good school experiences, you kept bringing up dance. So I wanted to ask you about like where your love for dance started.
Okay.
Remember we went to dance stream.
Yeah.
Did break dance for a couple years.
That's where it all began. So.
No, but you
karate.
started way before me though.
Yeah.
Where did it all start for you?
Karate. So we used to go to karate at NTB's.
Okay.
Then I guess like NTB's was like maybe got too expensive or like our karate teacher moved. So we started going to a dance studio called Dance Stream for karate. And one day I was
You went
like
with your dad and with your brother.
with my dad and my brother.
You guys all started at the same time?
No, it was kind of me first,
Okay.
then my brother, and then my dad decided to join. Like Smash Ultimate he joins the fight, right? I was doing karate for a bit, and then one of the teachers was like, the breakdance teacher was like,
Peter
was doing his thing breakdancing. I was like, I want to do that. So I started breakdancing because it was cool, and I got some b-boy moves.
Wait, you
tricks.
didn't go from karate to breakdancing. You did like ballroom in between.
No, ballroom was after. So
Really?
First I was doing breakdance, and I was like super chill. Maybe like a year, I guess. Maybe less.
A year before I did.
No, just like before, like I did a year-ish, and then one of the ballroom teachers was like, wow, it'd be a great ballroom, and me being the little gullible child I was like,
really?
Yeah, maybe this lady said I'll be a good ballroom. So I started doing ballroom and Latin. And then at some point I remember Daniel was like, yo, that's cool, you're doing breakdance. And he tried doing breakdance.
I tried. Keyword tried.
how long did you do it for?
I did it for 2 years, and then as soon as Peter was like, ooh, you're good enough to go into the competitive level, I was like,
and the competitives are like,
I'm good on that.
I'm too late for that.
I literally joined just so like we could have a place where we could like work out once a week together, because that dance class was like intense.
Yeah, he'd make us, the warm-ups are like CrossFit, like
yeah, pretty much.
It's wild.
It was pretty much CrossFit, yeah. I remember we were like 12 at the time. We got fucking jacked for that
I was
class.
I was a little bit, like I lost a lot of weight from dance.
Yeah, you did.
It was good. Got strong. And then I like kept doing breakdance and ballroom and Latin for a couple of years. I kind of dropped breakdance after a while because I was like but my bones were getting a little too brittle for that. And soon after, like, I think I went to maybe 1 or 2 breakdance competitions and got my ass whooped. It wasn't for me.
Went to one, got my ass whooped. But I didn't even think it was a competition. I think it was just a performance.
The people there are like really good. Like they were wild. Like the style, this technique was
wild
like
style.
Wild
Lego
style.
movie.
Absolutely wild. I had better success doing like ballroom and Latin, but then like I think
I guess that ballroom teacher was right.
Around grade 11, I kind of stopped, or grade 12, whichever one. I stopped because I wanted to focus on school, and I don't know, felt a little too old for dance.
Yeah, I mean, grade 11 is when I decided to stop taking music classes, and like, because my main thing wasn't dancing, that was your thing. My main thing was music. So I took classes when I started taking guitar when I was 9. And I took it for like, I don't know, a couple years. I think I took it for like 6 years, maybe 7. And then I did piano for 2 years. But then my teacher would put me into these like classes with other people, and I ended up going there for an hour, but only getting like 10 minutes of attention.
No.
So it was completely
Like,
terrible by
useless,
the end. Yeah, and I only joined piano because I really wanted to do vocal, but but that was when I was 13, and my voice started
like,
cracking so bad. So she's just like, no, you know what? I'm giving up on you. You're going to my piano class. And I was like, and the thing is, I fast tracked in that class too.
Maybe you're just good at piano. Like, who knows?
No, I'm talking about vocal. I fast tracked in
vocal.
vocal, and then I was like, I got this. And then she's like, go to piano. Your voice is just, you can't control it.
Goodbye.
It's just, it
was that time.
I tried hiding it for like a year, but then I just couldn't. So
puberty was an interesting part.
Puberty started late for me and ended never.
Still
still
as we talk.
No, but like I know a guy who's like 26 and he still gets voice cracks. So
it happens to the best of us.
I don't get many voice cracks anymore. I think like almost ever, which I'm so thankful for because I got them all the fucking time.
Yeah, I mean that's good, especially now. As an adult, you don't want to be like, "Hey, what's up? I'm Edward."
I'm Daniel. Yeah, no, that does suck. What? Any crazy puberty stories that you want to share?
Not really. Just like the usual growing voice cracks. Just like hormones.
I'm like I was always really short. And
No. Me and Daniel have been having like a back and forth battle, or like our heights. Like I won like. Maybe 1 year I'm like slightly taller than Daniel, and then the next year Daniel's slightly taller than me, and then we're just going back and forth.
Yeah, but the thing is, like all throughout elementary school, I was always like one of the shortest, and then like when grade 7 hit, I like got into the top 10 tall kids, and I was like, ooh.
And then top 10 tall kids, like other people started still growing. They kept growing.
They kept growing, but I didn't. So I was like, okay, I guess I'm stuck in the top 10 tall kids in grade 7.
6'0" versus 5'11", you know.
I mean, how tall are you? Are you willing to disclose that information?
Like 5'9", 5'10". It's not like 6 foot.
So,
Sorry, ladies.
See, I'm like 5'8", 5'9", so I'm like one inch shorter than you. But it's okay. I make up for it in other places. Okay, next thing. Bilingualism and culture.
I mean, I guess we kind of touched on that when we talked about Canada.
Yeah.
About bilingualism.
I was mostly talking about, like, I was going to talk about our bilingualism, because you've been getting out of touch with Russian.
Yeah, okay, so being at school away from home for, like, 8 months really ruined my Russian.
Yeah.
So,
when you came back, you started talking to my parents, I was like, this is horrendous.
This
What happened?
Is wild.
What happened?
I can still understand more or less. Yeah. It's just like I haven't been having the opportunity to talk as much.
Wait, what's your girlfriend's background?
Just like Canadian. Like,
oh, she's Canadian?
Yeah, a bit of Dutch, but like...
Mine is full Russian, so she's like a drill sergeant, and my Russian has to be tip-top now. And it was like... It was always better than yours, but it wasn't like up to my parents' standards ever. Because they'd always be like, read Russian. I'm like, I don't read in general. So.
I went to like Russian class after school, like class in Rockford.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, me too. Except I think I went in Pleasant.
I went like in grade 2 or 3. Like my grandma would pack me like a thermos of chicken noodle soup.
Oh, God bless. Your grandma's chicken noodle soup is to die for, honestly.
I miss it. I want more.
I miss coming over to your house to play like Sonic Color. And just eating
I can't find
chicken noodle soup. Oh,
that's
God.
Okay. My biggest life hack is don't sell your old games.
Yes. Oh my God. EB Games will rip you off. Everybody will rip you off.
Because then you'll get
buy all the old stuff and just hold on to it until you get bored.
You'll become like, you'll be 18 or 19 or however old you're gonna be, and you're gonna be like, I want to play this game from my childhood, and then you'll remember you were a stupid kid who sold it for like $5.
Yeah.
A brand new,
like 10 cents.
Like 10 cents.
Yeah. No. I sold my PS2, my DS, another DS, and a DSi XL.
I keep the consoles.
As well as a couple Wii games.
I'd only sell the Wii
in
games.
Exchange for this little thing.
And now it's discontinued.
That died out. in 2012. Like it died out like 2 years after it got released. It got one good Uncharted game on it that it was released with.
And it had like the Killzone game.
Yeah, and the Killzone game. That's about it. That's all it had.
I mean, I've always wanted to play Persona 4.
Yeah.
But there's Persona 4 Golden, which is like the good edition, the remastered one. It's only on PS Vita.
Yeah,
I
could just like let you borrow it.
We'll see. I
You'll just have to
need
purchase
to find like the game first, and that's also kind of hard to get by.
Dude, it's online. Like you could just download it.
Oh, really? It's on the store.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll see.
It's like the most downloaded game.
I still need to
on the PlayStation
Oh, really?
Store.
Yeah, I think that's like one of the driving sale.
Yeah,
reasons.
it is. That's like the only reason people are getting it. But yeah, after I got that, I even got the Wii U. I got it for $70. I actually wanted to get it just as like a Mario game for my brother because he's obsessed with it.
Mm-hmm.
So I got him a Wii U for like $70, which is super cheap. And then, like 2 months later, I bought myself a Switch.
I mean, you still have your Wii. You have like a Wii U, Switch. You had the DSs.
I had the DSs. The only thing I missed out on was the 3DS.
I have the 3DS.
Damn.
And I guess like the 3D is kind of like But
I know, I saw it.
It's still nice to play the newer games.
I know, they're still releasing stuff though, aren't they? Like Mario Maker and stuff?
Yeah, but I think that's a Switch thing. I'm not sure if it's coming out on 3DS.
Okay. K.
Period. K period.
All the ways we can help global warming. So I touched upon like how I don't care about global warming, but that's a lie. I do. I just really like the heat. I have a sauna downstairs.
Oh really? I actually prefer like colder climates. I radiate heat.
Yeah.
I think that's like
that's why we chill together.
I cool down on him. Yeah.
Yeah. I keep him chill and
that's
he keeps me warm.
Literally like one of the most important things my girlfriend tells that like I'm good for. It's like you're a heater. I'm like, guess that's my job.
I get well then she won't ask you to lose weight ever for her because you're just
I know. And I was like talking about how I'm gonna be like dieting and stuff during the summer. She's like no. don't lose too much, please.
That's hilarious. You got yourself a feeder.
A feeder. Prefers the squish over the squash.
I mean, I think you get the squash with the squish, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, no, I mean, like, global warming, yeah, it's an issue. It's a really big issue, but nobody's doing anything about it.
Save the turtle!
Stupid. It's like, yeah, buy a metal straw. Even
yeah,
though it's gonna
honestly...
be, like, 99.8% of the rest of the population still using straws, and it's not even, like, that big of an impact.
And anything that's residentially done against global warming
won't help.
It's 10% max. It doesn't matter.
Definitely has to be like
all we have to do is petition, take down the government. And wait.
It definitely has to be a government thing if they want to like start focusing on sustainability.
Yeah, no, but
they have to be putting in like
I'm keeping up with like all the Canada like news on environmentalism, and they're slowly but surely making their way.
There's been some good like things that they've been trying to do, but individually people are not going to do anything about it because either people are just ignorant or like they also have the mindset where it's like we can't do anything ourselves, so why care?
Yeah.
So once it becomes like a nationwide thing, or at least like provincial, like I guess.
Hopefully it becomes a worldwide thing soon.
Yeah.
For the sake of other countries as well,
the biggest
who don't have
polluters are
that care
like
about them.
China, US, and like I guess other first world countries, but those are the two like big main things. Human
contributors, yeah. Oh my god, nobody here in Canada knows proper like world geography because they don't teach it at school.
They only taught like Canadian geography.
Yeah, I know, and it's so bad.
I know where Saskatchewan is. I don't know where like
Ireland is. Like
England is my city.
Yeah, like honestly, I get so disappointed when there's like a 22-year-old that I'm chilling with, and I'm like, can you even name all the continents? It's like, how many are there again? I'm like, oh god. Geography has failed.
Don't put me on the spot. Don't put me on the spot.
Name all the continents.
Okay,
First of all, how many are there?
7.
Good.
North America, South America, Europe, Asia, Australia.
Oceania, but okay, I'll give you that.
Antarctica.
One more.
I'm missing.
Toto.
Turtle?
Toto.
India. Okay, let me think about this. Let me think about the world map.
Toto. What song is by Toto?
Africa.
Yes.
How did I forget about
you
that?
forgot about Africa.
Why
You
did I
said
think India? No, I was thinking it. No. I was just had like a mental image of the map and Africa was gone. I'm like, what's a big place? India.
Oh god.
Okay, no, I was close.
Africa just.
Sorry, I thought you said like Toto.
Africa's
Like
a myth. What are you talking about?
That's a myth. No.
Just goes to Syria and then the
sorry.
news barrier just.
I'm sorry, Africa. You guys. I think
You
Africa's
guys are pretty forgettable, though.
No,
They don't have a
they're
lot
a big
going on.
continent. What do you mean?
They are. They're huge, but they don't have that much going on. They're just like trying to catch up.
I don't like how Antarctica is like a continent, but the Arctic just not even displayed on the map. Like you can't see any of the ice on
Thing
the map.
is, Antarctica and the Arctic, like, yes, they are land masses, but they're owned by other countries. Like nobody has come and claimed the whole thing for themselves.
Yeah, nobody's.
Everybody's got bits and pieces, which is something you may not have known, unless I've talked about it on my podcast prior. Okay. So ways that we can help global warming, personally.
I guess like the reusable straw is definitely not gonna help. I think that's just like a nice marketing ploy.
It just pisses me off whenever I have to like suck down on a paper straw and then it melts in my mouth.
Yeah,
I'm like,
okay, we have that during in Queens.
Yeah.
They also started using
Starbucks
the paper.
is starting to do that. I'm like, yo, I love Starbucks.
And I
What are you
just
doing?
have it literally in like 5 minutes, and it started like it doesn't work as a straw anymore.
Yeah, like if metal straws, I'm cool with that.
Can we
Because then
just
you
have,
can
like-
bring it around with you. You could like decorate it and shit somehow, probably.
Do you know like the Fruit Loop straw?
Yes.
Like that's a better
Or,
idea.
or like just have like a little twirly straw with you. You know, just have your little bottle of chocolate milk with a little
It's just like
silly straw. I love those.
straws are like a very small thing. Like I said, it has to be a government thing because corporations are like just dumping waste.
Have you ever
For free.
Have you ever seen somebody get caught for littering?
No,
Me neither.
I mean like that's yeah. I mean it's a bad thing, and like you're an asshole if you do that. But I don't think I've ever seen anybody get like in trouble for it.
I feel like it also depends on where you litter. Because if you're littering like on a sidewalk where there's like a giant dump of garbage, like New York City, for example.
Do you not
it's
see those
covered
like
in
on the
garbage.
sides of highways where it's like if you litter you get like a $500 fine and like you get sent to court?
Yeah. That's not getting enforced.
Yeah.
You can barely enforce speeding. You can't catch up.
Just drive fast, you know, like the battery's kind of low, so
Battery's low. Oh, yikes! Let's swap it out. Okay, so last topic or second last topic, could be the same topic. I want to ask you about AI. What do you think
artificial
about that?
intelligence.
Yeah, 'cause I love talking about AI.
So, I'm not in like the deep learning stuff yet, but I'm in machine learning.
Mm-hmm.
I really want to join a club at Queens called Q Minds. Check it out. It's pretty cool. They work with like local businesses to provide AI
Local
solutions.
business only, baby.
I mean, it can also work with like international, but we're not that popular yet. Like for example, I had a friend who made an artificial intelligence machine learning thing that like identifies when a patient is experiencing delirium based off their symptoms.
I
So
need me one of that.
yeah, so what I'm learning is kind of like that right now, where it's like machine learning is you give an algorithm a lot of data,
Mm-hmm.
and you have to set up the features and the learning rates and regularization stuff individually. That was spooky. You kind of let the machine learn on its own.
Make it brighter. Keep talking, man. Keep talking.
No, we need the lighting, the optimal lighting. You let it learn everything on its own, and then you use its knowledge on new data. So like, let's say you taught it with like 5,000 cases of patients, and you give them a bunch of symptoms or features, and then it tells you like, yes, that patient has delirium, or like, no, that patient does not have delirium.
That's sick.
The machine learns through like thousands, hundreds of thousands, and so many iterations until finally it has like, I guess, like a set of knowledge. Now this could be like a neural network where it simulates like the brain. It's a little bit more computationally expensive, or you can just like use some big math mumbo jumbo, which is like a little less computationally expensive but a little bit less accurate. And once you have that, you taught it, you have the weights, which are the kind of like bits and pieces that per symptom it'll like give each symptom a weight. So maybe if the patient is like hyperventilating, that'll be like a lower weight, but if the patient is having like restless sleep, that's a higher weight. So if the patient does have restless sleep, that'll like contribute more to the yes.
Is restless sleep when you're
I
like...
have no idea how delirium works.
Is restless sleep basically like when you're in bed all night and you don't know if you fall asleep or you didn't?
It's a light sleep, I guess.
That's like you feel like you woke up without ever sleeping.
Mm-hmm. Like you're semi-conscious, I guess.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I get that quite often.
That's restless.
But I also get self-induced delirium quite a bit.
Yeah, you told me about that.
Yeah, because when you stay up all night, pulling all-nighters for English class and such, trying to pull that 80 for uni. We've all been there. Except for the people not going to uni. But that's another thing. Speaking of which, delirium feels great. It's like a drug, and up until you tire the fuck out and crash and burn. It's kind of like coffee. I mean, with not enough sleep, go like 1 day without sleep, you'll get delirium. Go like 3 days, you'll start getting hallucinations. Get like 5 days, you'll be dead. So sleep is pretty important.
I would know. I experienced that. But yeah.
I'm not talking firsthand, not even the... But my friend did get... she did get... hallucinations.
Oh, okay, she didn't die. Thank God. I'm like,
she didn't die from not
she
sleeping.
did get deaf.
Get the good old coffin.
But yeah, that's like machine learning. That's cool. I'm learning that. I'm still going through the course, and hopefully I can join the club. But that's cool because like it doesn't just apply for medical stuff. Like highways. My dad was telling me that when you go onto like an express toll route in America, you usually have to go through like a booth, and then they give you like a ticket, and then you have to pay that ticket once you get off the highway. In Canada, as you drive onto the express toll route, it takes a picture of like whatever's like you're driving. Yeah, and identifies your license plate and charges you directly towards that license plate. So that's also a bit of machine learning because
I can't believe it's that complicated in America. Why didn't they just implement that technology?
I have no idea. I don't know. I just remember whenever I went to America, like there's a lot of toll routes that you have to pay for.
Damn, I thought they had this technology everywhere. I guess it's just here.
Canada's ahead.
Goddamn.
Yeah, AI is pretty cool. After I'm done the machine learning stuff, I'm gonna go into like deep learning.
Are you gonna end up like building anything at all?
I was thinking. Like, okay, I had like an idea.
Well, I mean, that's more robotics.
Machine learning.
But, like, do you team up with other like specialists? So like you'd have one set of people working in robotics and another set working in coding.
That was in Amazon. My dad like sent me a job posting for Amazon, and it's like you work with the robotics team by like helping them code like for the actual software, while like the actual robotics people who are like engineers actually like build the stuff.
That's sick.
Sadly, like all the job postings I've been finding that relate to my field are all like you have to be 3rd or 4th year, because you don't know anything like after 1st year.
Yeah.
Like most students that don't do anything outside of school. But yeah.
Okay, and what have been your hardest challenges to face? Be it from computer science, be it from trying to find a work-life balance, maybe, something else you've been suffering with?
Nah, it's almost like school. Like, my personal life's been, like, really chill. Like, there's no issues with that. School was the work-life balance. During the school year, where, like, you actually have...
you can see us now.
We're here. Where you actually have, like, the actual school year, not exams. Like, I barely really had time to do anything. Like, I stopped playing games, I stopped really reading or watching videos or whatever, like anything that I do for entertainment. So that's because I guess it was just like a kind of heavier workload. But once exams hit, I have all this free time now.
Yeah, we got 4 months off. We got 2 down, 2 more to go.
No, I'm talking about like exam season, where like you have like
I
had
like when we're done.
a week or something until my first exam, and I'm sitting there and I'm like, this is a good time to start catching up on my games instead of studying. So what I've learned is to try to not do that. Even though, yeah, don't try and like make sure to just put your studies first before you do other
Is that
stuff.
a helicopter?
It sounded like it.
Get the fuck out of here, helicopter. Helicopter?
Work-life
Interrupting our podcast. We're just about to close out.
Work-life balance. You gotta make sure that you're like, you focus on school, but like make sure to give some time for like people, or at least yourself. Like, treat yourself right. You know,
People, fuck it.
Treat yourself. Like, if you want to go out to eat, I guess, get some ice cream, like, sure, you've been studying like a couple hours, it's a good time for a break.
Try not to get overweight in the process.
First year, yeah, watch what you eat if you're gonna be living on campus, or if not, if you're gonna be living off campus with no meal plan, have fun losing weight. Because you don't, biggest challenge also would be to like learning to cook, because like I've picked up some tricks from my parents now.
I've tried picking up a couple tricks, and it's a lot easier than I thought it would be.
Yeah, just learning how to
just like observe and
to
like put some time in, put some effort in, and you'll be learning how to cook many dishes in no time.
Self-sustainable. Learn to be self-sustainable.
For sure. Damn, this just became like
life lessons. With Dan and Ed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be shadows and echoes. Now it's life lessons.
So yeah,
that's cool.
I guess that's the biggest challenge, just like trying to balance work-life stuff.
Yeah.
And like not putting too much on one thing. It's a balance.
All right, man. Well, very glad to have you on the podcast. It was an absolute pleasure.
Thank you for having me.
And come back again soon to get a new episode of Shadow and Echo podcast. Keeping it light with the homies. We'll see you next time in episode 5. And let me know if you want Edward to come back. Let me know if you want me to come back.
Leave a
Hit that subscribe notification. Hit the bell. Drop a comment on me what phone charger you use. And if you want, just purely out of whatever, just hit a like. Why not? Just hit it. It'll help me out. Maybe.
YouTube brevity.
Whatever. It's no big deal. Just making these for fun.
Just crying on the inside. Just poor university student.
Alright. Keep it light, everybody. Cool.
Okay, I need to stand up. That was really hot.
Yeah.